environment.
Do you worry that, you mentioned the potential inaccuracies in issue polling, do you worry that, some of the issue polling may be off to the point where parties embrace policies that they think are popular but aren't actually?
No, I don't think that right now as we're looking at it, that the polling is off by more than 3 or 4 points at most. So let's say you have a poll that comes out, Donald Trump's job approval rating is 42%, but in reality, if we could interview everybody in the country, it would be 46%. And that's a consistent systematic error, not just a random error that changes with each poll, but systematically that would be what happened in each poll. That doesn't change much at all in terms of what I think the public would do, or what our political leaders would do. What that does actually worry me, though, is why is a certain group of the public, 4 or 5% of the public, consistently just banging out of participating in polls? Is it just polls? Probably not. So what are they saying? Is it because they distrust the media? Is it because they distrust government? And if you get to that level, then polling is telling us an answer to a question that we might not want to ask, which is, do we have enough public faith in the institutions for those institutions to remain healthy through this? This is what I'm concerned about in the larger picture of what happened in 2020, is that kind of revealed that might be something that we're missing in measuring, more so than anything in terms of a 4 or 5 point miss on an election outcome.
Wrapping things up here, what lessons do you hope that we all take away from the 2020 election in regards to polling and how we use it?
Yeah, I'm not overly optimistic, because I think the people who are screaming the loudest that I'll never trust another poll again are the ones who are online first thing in the morning looking for the next poll. So those folks you got to throw out. But I think we're so fixated on the election itself and election polling that we may be missing a bigger issue that polling is revealing in terms of a change in our entire political culture and the way we view ourselves and the way we talk about politics and talk about things that are not political but now have become political because everything's now highly charged, partisan, and tribalism. All these things that we've been looking at and been talking about may have actually affected polling a lot more than we realize. And I'm worried that just focusing on the election itself and it might point us in the wrong direction, particularly if the election polls in 2022 are right. Then we might have missed this underlying thing that will continue to exist that suggests that there's something else going on in the body politic that could raise its head again, and we would miss it again if we didn't address that deeper problem.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Galen. Look forward to listening to it.
Patrick Murray is the founding director of Monmouth University's Polling Institute. Well, that does it for today's podcast. 2 different perspectives on polling and the challenges of polling in 2020. Hopefully you learned something. I certainly did. But that's it for now. We'll see you again soon. My name is Galen Drew. Tony Chow is in the virtual control room. Claire Bidigary-Curtis is on audio editing. You can get in touch by emailing us at podcasts@538.com. You can also, of course, tweet at us with any questions or comments. If you're a fan of the show, leave us a rating or a review in the Apple Podcast Store, or tell someone about us. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks. Good enough. What was that? Right. No, go away. Go away. Fuck yeah.